Yeah.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. The peace of God, the joy of God, serenity, harmony, rhythm of God. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. The light of God, success of God, prosperity, happiness, might of God. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. Let's slow down here. Beautiful child of God. Beautiful child of God. A wondrous spirit of love and peace. My light will shine forever. I'm a beautiful child of God. You're a beautiful child of God. A wondrous spirit of love and peace. Your light will shine forever. You're a beautiful child of God. We are beautiful children of God. We are wondrous spirits of love and peace. Our light will shine forever. We are beautiful children of God. We are beautiful children of God.
Get a little serious now. Say the Lord's Prayer. Can we join hands in the center for the Lord's Prayer, please? We love light, laughter, and fun here at Unity of Modesto. All right. I don't know. So it's really hard to say the Lord's Prayer when I open my eyes and see this. Just so you all know. Carrie's with us with the announcements this morning.
Good morning and happy almost Halloween. We have a horse in our congregation.
She's going to clean up after it, too.
I hope so. We got unicorns and witches and all kinds of people. Is anyone here for the first time today? No. Is anyone here for the very first time? No. Okay. Well, welcome to everyone who's here for the more than first time. Let's see. We have some friends in need. Marianne Thompson and her son Eric have been Unity Friends in Fresno, and they are currently looking to relocate closer to Modesto. And they could use assistance finding a place to stay. If you or anyone you know has a space for rent in the $700 range, please reach out to Marianne and offer your support. And we have a phone number. California Highway Patrol, teddy bears. This year our board has decided to focus on helping local charities and organizations through the holidays. The CHP collects bears in new or slightly used condition. These bears ride along with first responders to comfort children who've been in auto accidents. We want to encourage everyone to help us support this program by bringing in a teddy bear or other friendly stuffed animal, which we will collect here and deliver to the CHP at the end of November. Adopt a family. We will also be contacting local shelters and support centers to find out what we can offer to support families in need through the winter season. This could mean anything from socks and sweaters to gift cards for food. A tree will be set up which will have tickets with a need, and you can choose a ticket and help out a local family with what it says on it. We will not be doing Christmas boxes this year. Over the past several years, we've sent Christmas boxes to Samaritan's Purse, Operation Christmas Child. We're always happy to support international efforts, but this year we want to focus on our local community. If you have ideas and suggestions for organizations you feel need help through the holidays or any time of year, feel free to bring your suggestions to our board or to Laura in the office. Do you have any Amazon.com? Do we have any Amazon.com shoppers here today? Okay. This weekend is a time to shop Amazon if you're going to shop. Amazon is doing a promotion which will increase the amount of donations coming back to charitable organizations this weekend. Go to smile.amazon.com and choose Unity of Modesto, and Amazon will automatically donate a portion of your purchase to our church community.
We have one $100 gift certificate and one $25 gift certificate left for Amazon. So if you're going to buy today,
Oh, then we get a double hit. Okay. As you know, every month we give a donation to a local nonprofit and we invite them to speak about their services. If you have a local nonprofit that you want our community to support, please email or call Laura in the office with the name and the information of the nonprofit. Then she could bring that to the board for review. It's with great joy we give to our local community, and we want to see our funds go toward loving, service-oriented programs. And don't forget, our church was founded on the power of prayer. Every Sunday we have prayer pilgrims here to pray with you, as well as checking in monthly with prayer calls. Who are our prayer pilgrims today? We have Gary and Nancy with the Stolls, and they would be glad to pray with you after service. Thank you. And remember, if you want to join our prayer team, there are sign-up sheets in the back of the sanctuary. As the weather cools, we find more families calling in need of food, especially around the holidays. We welcome local families in need of food or personal care items. At this time, our food closet is running low on canned protein goods. We need canned beans, stew, and meats to give as needed. Also, you can make a donation to our food closet fund directly. See Donna or Joni. Or with a grocery gift card, which can be purchased through our script program. Please consider making a donation to help families in need. And now, Glinda.
Are you good witches or bad witches? I just need to know. So this morning, we've decided to have a costume contest for all of you who have shown up in contests. So if you are in costume and not on the board,
Wait a minute, I gotta turn my battery pack on first, otherwise I gotta
and then we have a special surprise for you. Also today, as people are making their way to the front, those of you in costume are making your way to the front of the room. We have 3 gift certificates for the winner. So our board will be judging. Also, we will be raffling off this lovely hand-painted picture in the fellowship hall after service. So please, this was painted by Gloria, right? Right? Glow? Yep. And donated to us, so it's very timely. I'm not in the voting because I'm the minister. Even though I win, I know I do.
Of course you do.
So the board will be looking at the costumes. The board will be looking at the costumes. And they will be writing down some names, and they'll give that to me towards the end of the service. Because it's cute as heck. Exactly. Okay, board members, you've got it in your mind of who's... So if the board members would step off the front of the room so that you can see the costume people, because you are going to vote.
If you're not sure who we are, ask.
We have the Roadrunner. We have my favorite Martian. No. Marvin the Martian. Cruella DeVille. Tigger. Whatever. Unicorn. Clown.
Mandarin, very elder.
Yes. Not sure if it's a good witch or a bad witch, but nonetheless a witch. Walmart special. And our winch. Got to have a winch. And then, we've got an animal in the house over there. And then, of course, I'm Glinda the good witch. Oh, and then we have our resident convict here. Not the good witch. Yeah. So runway down the aisle. So Carol, lead them. Donna, you can get up and lead the parade out down the sanctuary. So cute. Oh my goodness. You would have freaked out my dog. Church dog would never have been the same. Thank you everybody for joining in costume. I would like to introduce somebody to you who is... Oh, wait a second. Can we turn Because we can. I've seen it 4 times, it gets better every time, just so you know. So today we have a special guest soloist with us. Carol and I have known Carol for, God, how long have I known y'all? 12 years? More? A while. A while. When I first moved to Sacramento, Carol was hosting a book study in her home. And I didn't know anybody, and she happened to be in my neighborhood, my group area, and so I landed at her house, and I heard her sing in public for the first time. They took a cruise, and on that cruise, she got enough chutzpah to sing, right? And she's been singing it. We can't shut her up now. Carol performs all over, including Europe, right? You performed in Europe? And she is a dear heart, a dear friend, she and Bush both. They also have a company called Simon Suds, which helps out musicians? Yes. So she and Bush have a table set up in Fellowship Hall. The soap is phenomenal. It smells good and it's cute as heck. So please support musicians. I give you Carol Manson today doing our solos, our meditation song, and our featured solo. I am blessed that she said yes. So welcome her. And then I'm giving it back over to Carol.
And our affirmation for this month is I am prosperous, abundant, and fulfilled. If you could say that with me together. I am prosperous, abundant, and fulfilled. And our daily word is in the moment. I am grateful for the gifts within each moment. Every moment exudes infinite possibility, and I am grateful for the gifts each moment offers in my life today. Still, it's not always easy to remember the power of possibilities that lie within every moment, as distractions claim my attention. Retreating from the external by turning within, I center my awareness in God and my divine identity. I anchor myself in the now moment, appreciative of its power and open to its gifts. It is by tuning into this moment that I feel the light and love of infinite spirit. Acknowledging that the source of all I need is within and all around me, I relax into the peace of each powerful moment. I joyfully affirm I am grateful for the gifts within each moment. And from 2 Corinthians 6:2, see, now is the acceptable time. See, now is the day of salvation.
I'm going to sit back here with my fellow musicians so we can bring God's voice to you. We're doing God Is by Daniel Rose. Thank you. Thank you. You want to know me. You want to see my face. I do not age with time. I do not fit into a space. I transcend the capacity of your eye. So who am I? It is the question of the moment. It is the question for all time. I am you, and you are mine. I am the beginning and the end. I am the faith in your believing. I am the color of truth. I am the dreamer of all your dreams. I am the falling in your love. I am a word in a prayer. I am the silence in the music. I am the music silence. I am your father, and I am your mother. I am the man who cannot cry. I am the story in your eyes. I am the orphan of war. I am the leper begging on the corner. I am the black slave in chains. I am the Muslim bride who cannot show her face. I'm the cross you carry again. I am the beginning and the end. I am the faith in your believing. I am the color of truth. I am the dreamer of all your dreams. I am the falling in your love. I am the words of a prayer. I am the silence in the music. I am the music in the silence. I'm all you have forgotten. I am all that you have not been. I'm in you. All of this is within you, child. Let the journey begin. Oh man, I am in you. Oh man, I am the beginning and the end. I am the faith in your believing. I am the color of truth. I am the dreamer of all your dreams. I am the falling in your love. I am the words of a prayer. I am the silence in the music. I am the music in the silence.
So as we prepare for meditation this morning, I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. Take a deep breath and realize that we are one. We are the I am of all that there is. What happens to one happens to all of us. And as we unite in this unity oneness, we become the mighty force of good. The prosperity of the world, the abundance, the kindness. We are all that and more. We are the silence. We are the force that changes everything. We move in and through our lives with a box around us. And as we move into meditation this morning, I invite you to allow that box to fall away and to allow all the good that is flow in and through you. Allow the love that is here in this church to flow in and through you. The laughter, the kindness, the joy, the celebration, and the abundance of spirit that flows in and through and out towards others. Take a deep breath and release it. And center yourself into the I am of all there is. That omnipotent presence, that omnipresence that is and always will be as we move into the silence. I am an individualized center in the consciousness of God. I am an individualized activity in the action of God. I am eternal. Therefore, I do not have to wait for immortality. The resurrection of life is today. Living today as though I were an immortal being, I allow all thought of death, all fear of change to slip into me. I step out of the tomb of uncertainty and into the light of eternal day. The nighttime of my soul has passed, and the eternal light of everlasting day dawns as the great reality in my life. Joyfully, I am resurrected into that which is beautiful, enduring, and true. Silently, I pass from less to more, from isolation into inclusion, from separation into oneness. Today, realizing that there is nothing in my past that can rise against me, nothing in my future that can menace the unfoldment of my experience, I declare that life will be an eternal adventure of greater and better experiences. I revel in the contemplation of the immeasurable future, the path of eternal progress, the everlastingness of my own being. I am renewed daily by the divinity within me that has forever set the stamp of individualized being on my mind. And at this time, I'd like to take a moment in prayer for those who lost their lives in the temple in Pittsburgh this weekend, knowing that the truth of all involved is that there's a higher consciousness at work, and that outer appearances are just that, outer appearances. And through the love and devotion that we show each person that we come in contact, we lift the consciousness of this planet into light, love, peace, and understanding. And so it is. Amen. So, are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? What shall it be? I have to lower this because I'm short. Where's the thing? There we go. I am. So Glinda the Good Witch says, it is always best to start at the beginning. And all you do is follow the yellow brick road. We started out this month talking about prosperity. I'm going to lose the wand. It's really cute though, don't you think? It was the first thing I saw. It was really cute. So we've been talking about Edwin Gaines' 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. And I shocked you the first week of the month by talking about tithing, and everybody stopped breathing for seconds at a time. And y'all survived. It's all good. And the second spiritual law we talked about was goal setting. How many of you have started setting your goals? Good. So in that talk, if you recall, I mentioned that always on my goal list was a box of Godiva chocolates. And last Sunday, I was gifted a box of Godiva chocolates. I'm just saying. It works. So, and I'm savoring them, one a day. It should last me a month or so. And then last week, we talked about forgiveness. And all of these spiritual laws, forgiveness, that's a tough one, right? It can be difficult. But the forgiveness work that we do is important for us to manifest anything in our lives. For whenever we hold anything in unforgiveness, it blocks our good in every single way. It is not the easiest of practices to do. However, it's probably one of the most important. I'm going to move this cord because I can feel my board over there going, ah! But one of the things that all 3 of the first spiritual laws have in common is commitment. It is not enough to put a law into practice now and again, when it's convenient, when I get charged. It is important that if we choose to tithe, if we choose to set goals, and if we choose to do our forgiveness work, that we are consistent with it and we make a commitment with ourselves to do it to the spirit of the spiritual law. Which leads us to this statement. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. So if you make a commitment to do whatever it is yours to do, God's got your back, is basically what that's saying. And you can't help but be prosperous and successful when you make that commitment. Glinda says, you are capable of more than you know. So if commitment has been an issue for you, you can do it. If the forgiveness work has eluded you, you can do that too. And so forth with all the other laws. But commitment to yourself and to others is important. So that leads us to the 4th spiritual law, which is divine purpose. So how many of you know your divine purpose? How many of you have not always known your divine purpose or still haven't figured it out yet? There's still time. Okay? Didn't grow up knowing that my divine purpose was a minister. Didn't know that. Was clueless. Now here's the thing. We go back to goal setting. And sometimes those goals that we set become our career, which can actually lead us to our divine purpose. How many teachers in the room? Everybody's hand should go up, but how many are credentialed teachers in the room? So So in order to become a credentialed teacher, you have to be educated. So the goal for me when I was to become a teacher was I was going to college and I was going to get my Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, and I did that. And after I did that, I spent a hell year in the credential program. How many can you resonate with? Yes. It's not the funnest year on the planet. And then I became a teacher for 28 years. So that led me, that goal of getting a degree led me to a career that was rich and full as long as it was. Was it my divine purpose? At some times, yes. And then it changed. So for how many of you teachers was that your divine purpose? Or do you believe that's your divine purpose? Not so much. Huh? At that time. So divine purposes can shift and change. They don't always stay the same. So something that you are passionate about, art, music, whatever it might be, could be your passion right now, a hobby for now. And it could wind up opening the door to be your divine purpose. When I was studying to become a religious science practitioner, we got to do all kinds of things. So I platformed like Carrie is platforming for us. I, folded bulletins. I stuffed bulletins. I cleaned toilets. I prayed with others. I did all of these things, none of which at the time seemed to have any direction towards a life purpose. And yet, I was in service to God in each one of those things. Every toilet I cleaned, every drum kit I helped dismantle, every piece of music that I ran off, every bulletin I designed, I was Laura. So everything that Laura does, I used to do and more. And one day, I got a phone call from our senior minister, and she was in the hospital and ill. And she was scheduled to do the invocation at a world prayer event in the community and couldn't do it. She was in the hospital for like a month and a half. And she called me and said, "Will you do the invocation?" I'm like, ugh! But I had been doing my work all along. I've been doing my prayer work. I had been doing my service at my church. I had been on the platform. I wasn't afraid to speak because gosh knows I've never been afraid to open my mouth. And so I stepped up and realized, wait a minute, something's shifting here. My divine purpose is now starting to show up in a way I didn't imagine it. I didn't think I was going to be a minister at that point either. Had no clue. I thought I would just be an LUT and a practitioner, and that would be good. I'd be behind the scenes, folding bulletins, stuffing things. It was all good. But part of all of these things that we are charged to do, where they might not be attractive or glamorous, like me today, dressing up in costume and getting silly. Who knew that those things would lead me to a ministry that was very different from what I started looking like. All the going deep into the different spiritual laws allowed me the opportunity to build this rich spiritual life that evolved into my purpose. Did not grow up saying, I want to be a minister. Did not. I was Catholic. Women weren't ministers in Catholicism. We could be Eucharistic ministers, but that was as high as we could go. So, unless we wanted to be a nun, and that was definitely not on the table. Thank you very much. There are some vows I'm not taking. So, one of the things that has to happen is that as we are doing these things in service, as we make commitments to do things, we must be 100% in integrity as we do that. We must be 100% in joy as we scrub that toilet. We must be 100% thrilled by running that vacuum cleaner, cleaning all the sparkles off the floor that I am leaving around. And as we bake for our congregation for fellowship, we infuse it with 100% of our love. And all of that opens the way for our divine purpose to show up. And it does. As you go spiritually deep, your divine purpose will bubble up to the point where you can't contain it anymore, and then you have to take action. It is not a passive thing at all. It's an action. So one of the things that Edwene guides us to do is, as we are doing this deep spiritual work, we have to take care of ourselves. Because some of this spiritual work will knock us on our tushies and keep us there, right? Am I right, people? Am I right? Yes, absolutely. So you should have gotten a handout. It's a 14-day plan of self-care and integrity. Because I want to give you things to do. So you've got your goal page. Now you got this one. So this is 14 days. Now remember, the number 7 means completion. So you get to do 2 complete cycles here. Okay? So day 1 is strive for order. How many of you have disorder in your homes? Yeah, classrooms, workspaces. Yeah, okay. So it's called take time for order. Lose that which no longer serves you. Order yourself. File all the papers so that when you have to do your taxes, they're all in order. Lose the stuff that doesn't serve you any longer. Clean and clear things out. Get some order in your life. Been doing that for months now at my house because we're getting ready to move. Day 2, take time for solitude. Now, this doesn't mean hang out with your critters. This means be alone. My dogs are distractors. I love them, you know that. But they will distract me from my solitude. Take a walk, take a drive, alone. This is time to spend with you. And for some people, it's not easy. I like it. Create things that are beautiful. If all you can do is buy a rose to put in your house and that is beauty, do that. If you draw, paint, sing, create things that are beautiful. I knit. That's what I do. Give yourself a treat. This one is the thing. Now, these are happening on different days. So you're not doing these all on the same day. Each day, you're doing something different. So the treat part is, all those things like, I've been meaning to have dinner with Carol for a month and a half. Pick up the phone, set the date, make the date, do it. Okay? So it's giving yourself a treat. The massage you've been putting off, go get it. Okay? Number 5, take a deep breath. Tell the truth. Be honest. Be honest in integrity. How many times do we say things like, I really can't make it. I have to go clip my toenails today. Wash my hair. Yeah, that's not the truth. You know it's not. Tell the truth. I'm sorry that doesn't work for me today. You don't have to be mean about it. It's like, that's really not going to work for me today. Thank you for asking. That's all. Okay? Day 6, laugh. Laugh. Laughter is good for you. It takes years off your face. It's a good belly laugh. Rent a funny movie. Listen to a comedian. Better yet, go to the movies and laugh at something. Laugh, 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 laugh. If nothing else, Google jokes on the internet and tell them to your dog. But laugh. Day 7. Ready for day 7? Stay calm. Now, here's the part about day 7. On the day that you choose to be calm in the face of everything that goes around you, you know what's going to happen, right? Everything on the planet's going to come up and go, I want to shake you off your calm seat. Stay calm. Just breathe. Get a book, cup of tea, be calm. Number 8, acknowledge others. Acknowledge to them, around them, how wonderful they are, how grateful you are for whatever they've done. Acknowledge the people in your lives for just being there, because they are. Day 9, open your heart. Now, this is not opening the heart to the people who it's easy to open your heart to. This is opening your heart to those people who are doing heinous things, who are difficult for you to work with. Open your heart and have compassion. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know. And opening your heart to them. You know those people that trigger you? Just open your heart. Day 10, feed your spirit. Find something that inspires you. Good music, a good book, a great movie. I like all of that stuff. So find something that inspires you and sing to your heart's content if it's a song. Number 11, welcome change. Okay, so change is inevitable. We all get that, right? So, and this is probably the one that I'm most challenged with right now, because I'm getting ready to move. So I've got workmen at the house. I've got things that need to be fixed and painted and things that need to be tossed. Change is happening in my life, and it is not comfortable. So get with the program, breathe through it, call somebody and say, help me through my change. But change is exciting. I'm thrilled to death to release my home to another family and to find the perfect house here so that I can spend more time with y'all. You know? So we're holding that. It's December 31st. I close on my house. Just holding that. Or sooner. No, I haven't sold it yet. But that's what we're holding. We're holding that we're going to have that sucker closed and sold and closed by December 31st. Number 12, let go. Whatever isn't serving you any longer, whether it's people, relationships, stuff, a way of doing things, a habit that you have, let it go. Get rid of it. It's part of the change thing. Because when you do the change thing, you're going to have to let something go. So it's kind of 2 days of that kind of stuff. 13, try something new. You know that bungee jumping you've been wanting to do? Said no one ever. Or jumping out of the perfectly good airplane, or taking the ghost tour in Sacramento. I mean, and whatever it is that you have not done that you're going, oh, I've been meaning to do that. Do it. Life is short. Do things that you need to do. Eat something weird. How many of you like escargot? Go eat some. It's really good, especially if it's doused in garlic. Learn how to do something new. Go someplace new that you've never been before. And day 14, that's the easy one. Express your gratitude for everything, for everybody, and for all circumstance in your life. You're breathing. You got up this morning. There's so much to be grateful for. So throughout this exercise, throughout the other spiritual laws, your divine purpose will show up. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be on day 15. But if you practice and are committed to these 4 spiritual laws, your divine purpose can't help but show up. And usually it shows up in a way that you had never expected it to show up. Know it's on its way. There is a divine purpose for each and every one of us. And as we're doing the work, it has to be there. So Glinda says, and I may lose it there, you had the power all along, my dear. You just have to learn it for yourself. And home is a place we must all find. It's not just a place where you eat or sleep. Home is knowing. Knowing your mind, knowing your heart,
knowing your courage. If we know ourselves, we're always home, everywhere. Have a blessed week. I need my wand.
They just stand up and then I just, oh, okay, here we go. I don't know if I was following the order of service. I'm like, oh, what are they getting up for? Oh yeah, supposed to be singing. Oh yeah, can I give you the beat? Okay, we're gonna do accent. Oh, I'm sorry.
The board members are voting for board members. You guys can't
Oh.
vote for board members. Revote. Why not? Because
That's nepotism. You can't vote for the board members. I'm not even in that. Okay, that's one of the points. Stay in your lane. Okay, we should be singing, huh? Okay. She's so busy. I'm just enthralled with this, all this giddy up. Okay. One of the points was have fun, and so just let's continue on. Okay, we're gonna sing "Accentuate the Positive." You guys know that song, right? Okay. So then. Okay. You've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and hang on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum and have faith or pandemonium liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in that ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and hang on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. We got a key. I became a soprano like in a minute, right? Because we had a different key. But it's all good. Okay. Watch my soprano. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in that old ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and hang on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You didn't put it in change keys, did you? Did you go up to 4? Ah, she right. She was supposed to switch the key, but God had my back. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to go down in the key in the piano, but it's all good. It's all good. Excuse me, Cindy.
So we have the results of the costume contest, even though my... Okay. I'm not sure what that says. So, I have Maria. Cruella DeVille. I have one for Miss Carissa. Let's see what. And the winch. We got the winch going here. And as on the board, Diane Busto gets honorable mention because that was pretty cute. She'd have freaked out my dog. Don't bring the dog. You'll freak out the dog. So this is a time of our tithes and our love offerings, and so I invite. Oops, sorry. Oops, I'm off script. Here comes Reverend Nancy.
In the back of the sanctuary, we keep our box where you can place your concerns, whether it's someone that you want a prayer for or an event, an experience, whatever. And what we're going to know together right now is that there's only one power and one presence in the universe. And we look not only to the power of that, but the lightness of it. This morning we have let our child out to play. We've seen the wonder and joy of some laughter and some humor to lighten things. So let's think this morning that that one power, that one presence that is so loving is also lightness. And we send that lightness to each and every person, experience, or event for which we have requested prayer. And we know that even in the most drastic of events that this country has seen recently, that there is a lightness in the support of others. There is a lightness in feeling the love of God. And so we send that love and lightness and healing humor and support. The support that people need is there for them. And in that they feel the lightness of letting go of the negative concerns. And then we say thank you, which in itself carries a lightness. And we're so grateful for healing humor, for love and support that we receive when we need it and when everyone we're concerned about receives it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.
So it is now time for our love offering. I think I'm on script now. So if you take your love offering and hold it in your hand, and know that everything we do here, everything we offer here, is a prayer in and of itself. So I would like you to state our offering prayer with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Is mine to give, what is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what shall I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share my life with you. So I stand here asking, what shall I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you.
So as we receive these tithes and these love offerings, we are grateful. We are grateful for everyone that came to play today, because light, love, and laughter create fellowship, harmony, and delight. And it is our good, gracious good that comes back to us through those attitudes of light, love, and delight. So we say thank you, knowing that our tithes and love offerings are well tended and take care of not only us, but our community and our world. And together we say, Amen.
Amen.
And they're still coming in. She's. Oh, Diane. So if we would join hands, it's time for our prayer for protection and our love song to go out today. And I'm going to move back here. Because I am the good witch today. I'm dropping sparkle everywhere. I am. Fairy dust is Joni's to clean up. It's going to be a big circle or a...
Do we have a big circle?
Stretch, y'all. Woohoo. Keep going. There you go. We got reinforcements. We got more long arms. Stefan's here. Long arms are coming.
There we go. Here come the kids.
Here come the kiddos. All right. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.